Lord have mercy. What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve to you all that's out there today. We are going to be getting into a lot of topics today. All right, we're gonna first get we have on a list today. We're gonna be talking about Congress refused the $2,000 payment. We're also gonna be talking about Tory Lanez's new album. We're gonna be getting in. We're also gonna be talking about the doctor that died from the Rona for the mismanagement or the mistreatment of the hospital. We're gonna be getting into that as well. So I want to say welcome everybody. Make sure you all thumbs up the video and subscribe. I first would like to open up with this. The doctor, when I was on Instagram, a lot of my producers were sending this to my DM. And first of all, I went on the neighborhood talk, and the doctor was explaining of the situation that happened. She was complaining about the racist treatment. And it was a quote, "This is how black people get killed." So apparently the doctor tested positive for COVID. She was in the hospital, and the doctor was trying to release her early from the hospital. And she is a doctor, and they were just giving her mistreatment that she wanted to transfer to another hospital. Long story short, she recorded a video and she put it out there. And she was a 54-year-old woman. And I'm going to read what the neighborhood talk had out there. They said the 55-year-old in Indianapolis have been diagnosed with COVID-19, hospitalized. They're given two rounds of a drug that's been found to speed up the recovery of hospitalized coronavirus patients. More posted on Facebook on December 4th, almost a week after her diagnosis, that she said she wasn't getting better. She had difficulty breathing. Moore said that she was being neglected and mistreated, and she suspected it was because of her race. Her doctors, she said, would not give her another round of the narcotics, telling her that she didn't qualify for the former and that he didn't feel comfortable giving her the latter. He told her that she should just go home right now. Moore advocated for herself, even going to the hospital system chief medical officer. "If I was white, I wouldn't have to go through this," she said. Soon, though, more can improve, care improve. She wrote on Facebook she was cared for by a black tech and a black nurse. And she talked to the chief medical officer of the health system, who assured her that she'll get the best care possible. And the diversity training for staff was underway. She said her pain and breathing was well managed and she was discharged. More last Facebook update says she was on a breathing machine in a new hospital and she was being transferred to intensive care unit. She survived by her parents, both of whom have dementia, and her 19-year-old son, a GoFundMe says. There are so many heartbreaking parts of Dr. Moore's story. But what makes it even more devastating is that she did everything in her power to advocate for herself. She spoke up. She asked for a patient advocate. She asked for fellow physicians for advice. She went to the hospital leadership, Dr. Jasmine Johnson, maternal medicine doctor and women's health advocate, told the Insider. So this is not shocking. So many of us that African Americans experience mistreatment from the hospital. If you talk to people, they will say, "Oh, the doctor said it's all in my head." So this is not shocking. It's very sad. And this is why it's very important to have black doctors, to have black nurses, to have black chief medical personnel that is on the board of hospitals so they can understand black people. Um, I'm hurt to see that this black doctor died by the mistreatment, and I hope her son sue the hospital because that was just clearly neglect and clearly she was not heard. And for her to be a doctor and to be treated that way is very sad. And definitely praying for her family. And when I read the story, I cried, I teared up because I'm like, wow, she's in the hospital fighting with the doctor to get help, and the doctor want to release her, and she had to go to another hospital, and it was just crazy. Okay, and it's just mm, mm, wow, and it's just like wow, like this is why people, particularly African Americans, do not want to take the vaccine. This is why so many African American people are saying, "Hey, I do not want to take the vaccine. I do not want to be vaccinated. I don't trust it." This is why some African American people don't like to go to the hospital. They feel like they will not be listened to or heard. And so, for this doctor to put it out there, I want to shout out to one of the hottest blogs in the nation, the Neighborhood Talk, for putting that out there. And my producers were sending it to me, and I was talking to a couple of them. They was like, "Wiley, this is like really, really sad." And I was like, "It is very sad that she's in this hospital and fighting with these doctors." And then one part of her video, she said, the nurse said that, "Yeah, I marched with Black Lives Matter," and I'm like, what they got to do with you mistreating this black woman, which is a doctor and she's a patient? So you took an oath as a doctor, you took an oath as a nurse to care for your patients. So it was a lot of neglect, and I hope they be investigated by the governing bodies that govern hospitals and all of that. I hope they do be investigated because we this cannot continue to go on because and if you don't know how to handle somebody with coronavirus, then get a nurse or a doctor that is qualified that know what they're doing. And a lot of these doctors, some I'm not gonna say a lot, I'm gonna say some of these doctors don't know how to treat coronavirus patients. They still don't know what's going on. They instead of them saying, "Hey, I don't know what I'm doing," they will pretend like you crazy and say you shouldn't even be in the hospital. You got to get, discharged because it's nothing that pretty much they could do. You're all good. Okay. That's just how it goes in some of these hospitals, and it's sad. So her son is in my prayers, her family is in my prayers, and to see this around Christmas is just really sad. And my condolences to her family. I'm really, really, I'm like, wow, like I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really, that is what we're doing here. It's just really, really, really sad. And this is just to tell you, this is another chapter of mistreatment of the medical field. And historically, when you come to that industry, they're not have been treating women very well in healthcare, particularly Black women. So I'm not shocked, not surprised, and I just hope that her family sue the brakes and the pants off that hospital. That sue them, even though it won't break our back, but it will teach that hospital a lesson to not be out here telling us to releasing somebody from the hospital knowing that they're not well to be out on their own. That to me is just really, really, really crazy. And I'm just I can't. I'm like, wow. Did y'all see that story? I don't know if y'all heard about it. If y'all heard about it, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that entire situation. Let me know down there in the comments because it's just wow. That's all I have to say. Is all I have to say is wow. And I'm definitely praying for that family. I want to get into Tory Lanez. Now, a little joke. I saw Tory Lanez. He was live on Instagram, right? He usually had the Christmas tree. The Christmas music is playing. And he was like, he told his son, "Hey, you're going to put the star on top of the Christmas tree." So Tory Lanez was struggling to hold his son up. And obviously, Tory Lanez is short himself. And they were just in there being real mean, talking about get him a stepping board, you too short. Why did you shoot Megan in the pinky? Like they were being very nasty in the comments, right? And I'm like, it's Christmas. He's with his son. Can y'all temporarily get a break of stop trying to troll Tory Lanez? So I'm in there as well. And I was laughing. I was posting laughing emojis and stuff because it was quite funny. And I'm like, doggone well, you cannot reach up there for the star of the tree, okay? To put the star on the tree. Okay, get a stepper boy. Ain't nothing wrong. If you short, get you a little ladder or a stepper boy. It's not embarrassing. Get you a little stepper boy. Ain't nothing wrong with doing that. Ain't nothing wrong if you need to get like a little stepping board and get help, right? If you can't reach up there and ain't nothing wrong to get a step away. That ain't nothing embarrassed about. You short and it's okay. You're a little person. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. So a lot of my producers was like, hey, let's listen to the album. So I listened to the album and a couple of tracks that I like. I like No Service, that's track number 2. I like Motorboat, and I like Shameless featuring Tiger, and I also like Boss. Okay. Couple of songs I really like, and I'm really feeling Tory Lanez like musically after the whole him shooting Megan Thee Stallion her pinky and really attacking that black woman. I clearly can see that musically he's doing a great job musically. As a man, no, not quite well, because anytime you shoot somebody in the pinky toe, that ain't cool. Okay. But musically, his music is fire. Them tracks are off the chain. I was listening to it, like bumping it and playing it. It's off the chain, and I'm like, I'm really really here for it. And I'm like, I'm here for his rap, I'm here for his R&B, I'm here for all that stuff. I'm just here for it. And I'm like, how many people in here enjoy the Tory Lanez album? Okay, let it be known how many of y'all enjoy the Tory Lanez album. Let me know in here. And many people say he's innocent. I highly doubt it. He's innocent. He's very guilty. Okay. I believe that. I believe he did it, and I do believe that he shot Megan. I don't believe that the man is innocent. I've been saying that countless times. Okay, just because he come out with a song and come out with a rap, and that his teeth is white, and that he a thug or whatever the case, just because his daddy that was not in the car said that he's guilty, that he's not guilty, does not mean that he's did not shoot Megan. Okay, pops, you wasn't there in the room. You went in the car. So of course you would say your son is innocent. You weren't in the car, daddy. You weren't even in the car. If you were in the car, then I can take your word for it. But you weren't in the car. You weren't even in the car. So how you know that he did not shoot Megan in the pinky toe? Okay. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion would have lied about that. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion would have lied about that. And I had a conversation with one of my female producers, and she was saying that, it's disheartening how, women particularly are taking the side of Tory Lanez and not defending this black woman. And it's just so sad. And she was pretty much saying in a production meeting, she said, listen, I said a lot of women will take his side because, he's attractive, and they would like for him, for him to go inside him and eat their yoni and all of that. So, because I'm like, why is some of these black women is taking Tory Lanez's side when this black woman, Megan, is saying that Tory Lanez shot her in the pinky or in the ankle or wherever it was in her foot. Of course, it was bleeding. And of course, he was arrested. And they do have order of protection out. Megan Thee Stallion do have order of protection out on him, but that does not take away from his great music. I know how to separate the man from his music. Musically, he's great. Okay, as a man, it's very questionable because I don't have respect for a man that get a 357 and very short, come up to her kneecaps and shoot her in the ankle. That I don't have respect for that. I don't. I really really don't when it comes to that. I don't. I really really don't. Like, man, why are you here that picking? So it ain't her fault that you short. And it ain't Megan Thee Stallion fault that you short, that you come up to her ankles. It ain't her fault. It ain't her fault. That ain't her fault. So you should have just walked away. You shouldn't have hit that lady in the ankle or the pinky or wherever or the big toe. I don't know, but I know her foot was bloody, and they had to take fragments of bullets out of her foot. That is what the people from the medical people and from the hospital. And I'm not going to try to dig a hole of that situation because that was one of the hottest story in the country, right? But when her daddy did, when Tory Lanez's daddy came out, he was talking, and I'm like, he wasn't even in the car. I wasn't in the car, but I do believe that black woman. Black women are the most disrespected women, disrespected in the country, in the world, honestly. And it comes where the people don't want to believe black women. They will take the man's side all day long. I want to believe. So we do have to protect black women. We do have to protect black women, in my humble opinion. And that's what I have to say about the situation. I know some of y'all not going to like what I have to say, but we do have to protect black women, okay? All right. That was that piece. Did y'all get that? Did y'all really get that? And also too, Storm Monroe actually interviewed an artist. I was watching Storm channel because it was very short and sweet, and so I was watching a 14-minute interview that he was interviewing this rapper, and I said, and this rapper pretty much was saying that Tory Lanez stole from him and stole the song from him. And that is what he was saying. And he did an interview with Storm Monroe. So I actually watched the interview, and I'm like, oh my God. So Storm Monroe is out here shooting women allegedly in the pinky and also stealing from other rappers. I'm like, wow, it's just very disturbing in my humble opinion. But we will reach out to Megan, and we'll try to get Megan Thee Stallion on the show. I'll reach out to her and see what she have to say about it. And if he's proven to be guilty, everybody that said he's innocent, they're going to be looking crazy when he's in handcuffs and being convicted of actually shooting that black woman, in my humble opinion. Okay. All right. Let's get to why everybody is here. Okay. Now, before I get into this other segment, because I'm going into this territory, I do want to open up in prayer. Is that okay? Father God, in the name of Jesus, I'm asking you that you word my mouth in this situation. You know what the situation is. So I'm coming to you in prayer as your humble servant. In Jesus' name I pray, thank God, amen. So I definitely want to pray in this situation when it comes to this. I was on Clubhouse, and Clubhouse is an app where people are on there and they're talking, vibing, and all of that. And one of Millie's moderators were hosting a room. Okay, she was hosting this room, and she's a black woman, and we were all in the room talking about Clubhouse. Now, mind you, this Millie's moderator is have been diagnosed with COVID. Okay, she's having troubles breathing. She's been diagnosed with COVID, right? And she also moderates. I think I got my glasses on. She moderates for Storm Monroe. She moderates for Millie. She's moderating for Tasha. She moderates she moderates a Lovely T. So this moderator moderates for everybody, okay? And y'all seen Opinionated. She was on the Wiley Show countless times. She's the friend of the show. So she was in the room. She was hosting this Clubhouse room. And we all sitting there, and Tasha K get there. And one of this lady, I don't get her name, but she is a supporter of Mod Radio. She's claimed to be a supporter of Mod Radio. So she comes in the room and she said, Tasha, what do you got against Millie? And Tasha K, who is a black woman, describe what she feel about Millie and what she feel about it. And so she starts saying different things about Millie, about her apartment, and just different things, right? Me being the person that I am, that I misspoke, and I said on the line, fight, fight, fight. I misspoke. Honestly, as I look back into it, I prayed on it. I did I misspoke, and I shouldn't have said fight, fight, fight. What I should have said is peace, peace, peace. That's what I should have said. I should have said unity, unity, unity instead of fight, fight, fight. I should have said peace, 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 or unity, unity, unity. But unfortunately, I misspoke. So, that happened that day, and of course, the next day, Millie, moderator, she was forcibly removed. Her ranch got snatched, and I was blocked, and the moderator was fired from her duties. She was relieved from Minitopia. She was relieved of her duties. So, on station there, they were dragging her. They were dragging her just terrible. They were really dragging me, but they were just dragging this mod or former moderator of Minitopia of my radio, right? So she decided, say, hey, I'm going to host another group on Clubhouse. So she hosts another group. And nobody was able to get a statement from her or anything. So she finally comes on Clubhouse and she went off. Okay, she was coughing, sneezing, and she said, hey, I'm going to make sure that I record what's going on in this room because y'all ain't about to lie on me. And one of my radio supporters that was there, they said, quote, why is Wiley in this room? Why is Wiley here? Why is he here? And that moderator, for former moderator, because she was relieved of her duties, she said, I invited Wiley because he was there in the room. So I want to clear my name of what really happened. So she was just in there, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what the world going on? Like, she was cussing, and I was giving my Patreons real time of what was going on in Clubhouse because everybody can't get in there. So I'm letting them know what's really going on in there. So it was getting so terrible, right? Then it was a guy that he had hearing problems, and I think he's deaf. He's deaf. He have hearing problems. So he went. He went over there to Minitopia, over there on their Twitch listening party. And he told, wait, he told them that, hey, I can't hear like that. I got hearing problems. So the Bob radio people, they dragged him. They said, oh, he's another handicap like Wiley. Get off the line if you can't hear. They pretty much dragged the young man. And I'm laughing because it was funny. Okay, it was funny. So back to the Clubhouse. So the former moderator, she just talking, she just heated, she cussing, she said all this shit. She said, when I came back in the room, all I'm hearing is more money, more money, more money. Because somebody in the room was playing Millie's stuff, like playing more money, more money, more money in the room. And she said, all I'm hearing is Wiley saying fight, fight, fight. And Tasha and them saying B, B, B. It was like a lot. But y'all had to be in Clubhouse to really hear her explaining what was going on the previous night. So it was just all like it was a heated discussion. So I get off of the clubhouse room because the lady was explaining. She was removed of her duties, and then she said this. Now I'm not being messy. I'm just reporting to you what I was hearing from the room because I was there, right? And she said, Wiley, and she was speaking to the people. She said, I went and got part-time of my job because I wanted to mod for my radio. She said, I went from full-time to part-time to mod for my radio. Mm-hmm. Let me drink a little bit of coffee. Let that sink in what she said. And then she started to break down and cry. She was breaking down and she started crying because, you know, she got the COVID and she was talking about it, you know, and she was crying. And all of this stuff was going on in the room. And then the room had ended. She was just really in there crying. The lady she broke down in tears because she did a lot of stuff. And what I was trying to say, and I couldn't really say it, but I'm going to say it now. When you moderate for, let me read on the list again. When you moderate for My Radio, Tasha K, Lovely T, and you moderate for all of these people, Storm Monroe, eventually you're going to get caught in the crossfire. Eventually. You're going to get dragged. So I wasn't shocked or surprised that she were getting dragged. I wasn't shocked or surprised. Now, many people from my team would say, hey, you're blocked from My Radio. I'm getting the emails together. And of course, it was coming back to me because I'm blocked. And I'm like, what's going on? So I was blocked. So it was confirmed to me that I was blocked from Minotopia. So what I did, I sat down, I got me another cup of coffee, and I said, how can I have a conversation with a woman that got me blocked? So I left Clubhouse, then I went on stereo talking about the situation. And while I was live on stereo, Millie went live on Clubhouse and somebody pinged me because you get pinged, meaning somebody invite you into the room. So somebody invited me into the room. So I knew that when I go in this room with Millie and her supporters, that is going to be a very hostile environment because the emotions is high. So I went there knowing that it was going to be a very hostile conversation. So Millie was talking. And she said, Wiley, because first of all, some of her supporters were like, yeah, what are you doing in here? Blah, 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 blah. And Millie was like, no, I'm going to bring him on. And she brought me on and we're talking. And she said, Wiley, I want you to understand my issue with you. And she said, you being close or friends with Tasha, being close with Tasha and you say you love me, that is a problem because if you say you rock with me and love me, how can you be cool with a woman that not only drag adults, but she drags children? And I was hearing my sister speak. But how I felt from the situation and my idea is I was telling her it's entertainment. This is a free app. And when Tasha K says something I don't agree with, I always speak up. But she said, Wiley, when she come on the platform and when Caillou came on, and then it was a lot of situations. It wasn't just the Clubhouse. It was a lot of stuff that was going on. So she was like, when Caillou came on, she came on the phone and she said, congratulations, Kyle, for cussing Millie out. And I said what I should have said to Tasha. I said, I should have came to her. I said, my beloved sister Tasha, we want to have peace. But I didn't say it. I let it linger. So I understand what Millie said. I understand what Tasha said. So, and, you know, I'm talking with Millie, and of course her supporters, they're just, rah, 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 you Wiley, you do. They just saying he just talking. It's literally going in one ear out the other because I'm only there to speak to the leader. I'm not there speaking to the supporters. I want to speak to the leader. And that's why I was there for, to speak to my sister Millie. I wasn't there to speak to people of how they feel because you feel that way about me, all that. I'm here to speak to the leader. So you hush when I'm in the room speaking to the leader. You don't need to speak. Let the leader of Militopia speak, because that's why I'm there for. So we talking, and it continued to get interrupted. And one of the members said, I'm going to fly to Texas and drop kick you. One of the members got on there and said in the clubhouse, quote, I'm going to fly. I'm going to book a flight to Texas and drop kick you. I was like, what? So I said, well, if you do that, I'm calling the cops and you're going to get arrested. And he said, so what? If I get arrested, they're going to bail me out and I'm going to come back and drop kick you again. Oh, Lord. It was literally, y'all had to be in that clubhouse room. Baby, when they were cussing me out, I was on mute. I muted myself, just quiet, and I'm laughing. Like, it ain't that serious to catch a flight. You risk of catching COVID to go and drop kick somebody off a free app. You know something wrong with your mind if you want to do that. So that happened, and I brushed it off. You know, I brushed it off because my brother was angry. And my brother was so angry. And the reason why he was angry, because he loved his sister Millie. So I didn't get angry at my brother because I knew he was defending his sister. So I understood. I said, I understand where he's coming from. So I didn't give him that energy. So I continued to mute myself, and I was seasoning my chicken drumsticks. Proceeding to put it in the air fryer. And they were just on there. We having a conversation, and I'm listening. So, but it was a Twitch conversation. I did not see or hear the Twitch conversation. So I said, Millie, is it any way I can see the Twitch conversation? They like, no. Why are you still here? They just all now I'm just making fun at it, because now I'm just having fun. So Millie was like, you know, I think Wiley just think this is funny, and he's smirking. I really was. I'm telling you, it was comical. Because I'm like, it ain't this serious. Woo, you let Tasha K and all that. And I said, listen. And then they said, Wiley, what do the good do Tasha K do? So I said to Millie, I said, sister, Tasha K employs a lot of Black women. Tasha K helped another brother build his platform. Tasha K get people clicks and views. Tasha K give back to the less fortunate. But is she perfect? No. Nobody is perfect. And I said to Millie, and I was saying, I wish we all can sit at a table and have peace. And I got cussed out. And I knew I was going to get cussed out. And it didn't do it. I get dragged daily. So I'm immune to it, right? So we had the conversation. And we sit in here and I'm on Clubhouse talking to Mob Radio and speaking to some of the members that was in the room. Okay. And that's pretty much what I was doing in that room. Now, I told Millie it's because they brought up Armand name. And they said, why would you have a conversation with him when he have said the same the stuff that he said about you? And I said, well, I was trying to find peace with that brother. And the reason why this ain't no beef on my part, because I went through this before when with Armand, he said, you have to choose either you with them or you with me. And last time I checked, I am a grown black man. And why should I be forced to choose and beef with somebody because you beefing with them? Why should I have to beef? I ain't got a problem with those people. And I said, how can I handle it? So this was when wisdom plays in. I said, well, I'm not going to make this out of big thing out of nothing, because I can't throw Tasha on the bus because she ain't deserving of that. Nor is Millie deserving of that. I just think that those two black women should come together and do the peace resolution that I have told my supporters that need to be done. I said this, why don't you black women come together and have at the peace summit that Brother Wiley is hosting, come to the table for peace. They ignored the peace talks. So it got to Kyle. And I'm like, oh, Kyle from the neighborhood talk. They brought up Kyle's name. They said Kyle was on your show dissing Millie. And you all heard it was a big rumor. It was said, according to Kyle, he felt that Millie called him a pedophile. And I said, no, she did not call it. And then Kyle, quote, said, if she did not call me that, I apologize, because if she doesn't, I apologize. And Millie said this during the Clubhouse conversation. She said, Kyle allowed the comments to pump his head up, and he wanted to have a conversation publicly. He allowed the comments to pump his head up. Then she went on and said he is annoying what the people want, and that page is not the Kyle page, is the neighborhood talk. So he annoyed that and putting her on there. So I told Millie, because I'm an ambassador of peace, I said, how about you have a conversation? So it was a clip of a video that came out, and Millie pretty much said that she pretty much threw a shot at Kyle. Now, mind you, that happened after the talks. It was no peace, and it was just they still, having a disagreement. Okay. And what I expect, and this is what I agree, that I wish Kyle would have a conversation, but in his defense, he was in a tight spot, and it was all new for Kyle. Kyle's not used to all of this comments and comments, call us. He ain't used all that. I'm immune to it because I'd be like, it is what it is. But that was new for him. So of course he's gonna make a hiccup and a mistake. But I do wish that Kyle and Millie would come back on the Wiley Show and have a conversation. Why did I say come on the Wiley Show? It's because this needs to be resolved publicly between Millie and Kyle. That's what I suggest. And that's what I was preaching. And many people, they cuss me out. I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen, to the people that are watching this broadcast. Brother Wiley have not uttered not one cuss word. Brother Wiley doing that clubhouse room has not uttered not one threat. Brother Wiley was there for peace. Brother Wiley was there for to address and trying to resolve. I am not there to cause any strife or division. I'm only there for peace. I just want to let the record know. And when I left that clubhouse room, I went to the former moderator of Mod Radio, which she is the current moderator of Tasha K. She started, y'all, bear with me if I chuckle, but let me drink a little bit more of coffee because this stuff was lit yesterday. I'm gonna tell you, but hold on. So the former moderator of my radio, the current moderator of Tasha K. But before I get to that, they were saying, look at who nominated Wiley to get on Clubhouse. It was Tasha K. Wiley set it all up. And I'm like, huh? How can I set up anything when I don't even know how to use Clubhouse like that? I'm new. When you go on my page, you literally see a balloon, like a balloon or like a party, a birthday hat. I'm new on the app, so I'm a baby on the app. I don't know all that. So how can I set up somebody and all? That wasn't the case. And then I leave the room, boom. Then I had to go on another room because I was pinged to come in. And if I'm pinged, I'm gonna go see what's going on because I'm here for it. I'm like, what's going on in this room? So we were talking, and I was explaining to the former moderator the issue of where it will not be peace because it's a conflict of interest. They already got their mind made up. It is what it is. So Tasha K came on the live. She came in the clubhouse room, and she was like, "What is going on? Tell me what is going on." And it was like, well, this is what's going on. Millie said this and everything. Hold up. I'm going to go get her together. So I'll be right back. So Tasha left the room because she wanted to address Millie. Then she came back because they started a private room and they said, Wiley, you're not invited. And that's why I left because they had to start a private room. I did not run away. They started a private room and I didn't get the invitation. Okay, they started a private room and I wasn't invited. So I went to the room that was open because I was pinged, and Tasha K said whatever. Then there was a couple of things Tasha K said in there. Tasha K, she called Millie a bee. Wait. I should have chuckled. But this stuff was comical. I'm like, what the world? Like they have used the B word so much, child. And I put in their quote, it's literally going down on Clubhouse. Then Tasha K, I said, breaking news. Tasha K says she think my radio is sleeping with a celebrity. Because Tasha K said, she said, wait. She said, I believe Millie is sleeping with a celebrity. So I thought I asked her the question. I'm like, who you think she's sleeping with? Because I don't think, and if she is, go right ahead. I'll sleep with a celebrity if anyone will have me. I'll sleep with a celebrity. So I don't think there's a, but you know, let me drink a little bit more of my coffee. It was all it went down on Clubhouse. Now, what I'm gonna allow you all to do in this point, I'm gonna open up the phone lines on this Merry Christmas Eve. I want to know whose side are you on? Are you on my radio side? Or are you on Tasha K side? Okay. Then they asked me, what do you have to do with the former moderator? What is your relationship? I said, she's a cool lady. Ain't nothing wrong. I would defend her because she didn't do anything wrong, in my humble opinion. She didn't set up nothing. It was all innocent. But once it got out, it just really, really got messy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask if any of y'all want to speak on it. Whose side are you on? And should people choose when it comes to that? And you all can be honest. Just please no profanity on this Merry Christmas Eve. You know, we could talk as adults and stuff like that. If you get on here cussing out, you won't get your point across because you'll be talking to yourself. Okay. You know, get your thought across. If you're used to using a lot of profanity, write down what you want to say without cuss words. Okay. Tell me what side is you on, because it, you know, some people wasn't in the Clubhouse room, and unfortunately, when the original Clubhouse room with the former moderator, when she started it, it was only a handful of us. When it got out publicly, everybody and mama said, "Oh, I was in the room. This was going on." Half of them people weren't even in the room. It was
your
a
show
handful
now.
of
Press
us
1 to hear important
the
instructions.
room.
Your
It was
show
only a
is
handful
scheduled
of
to
us in the
start
room.
in 28 seconds.
But I will tell y'all this, and I say this humbly. You know, when you mod for everybody and their mama, you eventually will get caught in the crossfire. That is a
Your
lesson
show will
learned.
go live in
My
5
moderators don't
seconds.
have to worry about
4,
that because
3,
everybody don't let them mod.
2,
Once you mod for a while,
1.
they don't pretty much let them mod for anybody.
Blog
But
Talk
if you want to
Radio.
go mod for everybody, that's the key, where it will be a conflict of interest when you modding for everybody. Because when the two content creators are beefing, how is it you're going to stay neutral? Because the public, you may be staying neutral by just being silent or whatever, but it's hard for you to be neutral when you're over here with Tasha. It's going to be something going to go down. So I understand it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But when that went on, I said, wow, I said, that's the only thing. When you're modding for everybody, that is the thing that is going to go on, and it's going to be a conflict, because when she got addressed from the public, I knew that it will not connect out well. Moderate, the reason I don't put pressure on my moderator at all, because they do this freely. They do this because they love the content creator and everything. But if you mod for everybody, it can get really messy. I remember this when Lovely T, she had Tracy as a moderator. So in the B sector, they didn't like that Tracy was modding for Lovely T. So some people in the B sector said, Tracy don't need to be moderated. So they had started a petition. So they started to go to Lovely T chat talking about remove Tracy as the moderator, remove. And Lovely T was blocking them and saying, don't we bring in that and everything like that. Because they said, since we can't get to Tracy, we're going to get to Lovely T and say, Lovely T, why you had it? And that's what people would do, unfortunately. So I'm going to open up the phone lines, allow y'all to speak on the situation, because I know what I went wrong at. Is when you on the line, you can't be giggling and all that. I know that. I get it, but it's hard for me not to giggle. But, you know, and stuff like that, because I didn't take it that serious. But I understand the thing. And then, you know, you're dealing with women. When women go back and forth, you know, it really get messy when women go at it. Y'all, yeah, different. I don't hold it like that. You know, you could drag me today. We could be laughing the same day. I don't hold grudges like that. That's just me personally. But when you have women with strong personalities, I'm not shocked, because both of them got strong personalities. Both of them, in my humble opinion. Okay. All right. So let me drink a little bit more of this coffee, and we're gonna open up the phone, like, because it could be vicious. That the women going over there. You know what I'm saying? I still like Millie. I still like Tashka. Both of them are beautiful. I like that content. And I was telling them, listen, I ain't even eating breakfast with none of these or eating pork chops with any. I just enjoy them on the app. It's just entertainment. Because I said this. I said everybody that's talking against Tasha, when she dropped that interview with Jaguar Wright family or whatever, everybody gonna be watching it. So it is what it is. And she got movies that about to drop, TV shows, documentaries. She just gonna do a documentary with the Kellys, with Andrea Kelly, the kids, all that. So she about to do that. So she really is just doing all type of stuff. So I understand it. And then people were saying in the chat, Wiley, you work for Tasha. I wish I worked for Tasha. Tasha, if you hire me, okay? I'll vacuum your floor, take out your garbage, and teach me how to do the equipment and stuff. They up there talking about I work with Tasha. That's what they said. They said, I work with Tasha K. And I said, if I work with Tasha K, let me know and everything like that. But before we open up the phone lines, I got to speak about the $2,000. So Trump y'all, this political stuff is just as messy as this Clubhouse stuff. So Trump announced, hey, I'm not going to sign it unless you all come to an anonymous decision to make it $2,000 instead of $600. That's a great idea. Only big major problem is the Republicans and the Democrats have been negotiating this package for months. So what Trump did, he already said he's going to sign, but then he changed his mind. You can't change your mind within the end of it once it's already done. You can't. Politicians don't work like that. It's already hard to get both parties to agree on something. So once they agree on it, just go on and sign that and leave it to the next administration to build upon what have already been passed, right? So just going to do it. But Trump, unfortunately, is because he's pissed and he's mad and he's in his feelings because he lost the election and his party said, we already going to agree with Biden. We getting Biden in there. He won the election. We're not going to steal it from him. And so what he's trying to do, let me play politics. Then the next day, this man getting Paul Manafort, one of the Kushners out. He getting every top crook out of office. Now, the reason why I'm not coming at him hard for that is because he's the president. He have the Constitution. He have the constitutional right to pardon people. And until Congress and the Senate take that away from the presidential power, he can continue to use it. So I'm not shocked that he's getting out his homeboys for doing a pardon. The news is they're shocked. Oh my God, this will let you know that he low. It's a smart decision on his part because of course you're going to get your homeboys out. Of course you're going to get out people that you think that should be free. He have that right, and he's going to do it the same way Obama was able to get out the black people that had crimes to get them out. Okay, so I'm not going to come down his throat for using a constitutional right that he can use. He's using it. But my thing is this: when the next president, can you use your pardons by giving out people with weed convictions and with, you know what I'm saying, that was selling a little dope? Can you get them out and use your power like Trump used his? This is what I'm saying. Republicans don't give a darn about what is right, what is ethical. If they got the power to do it, they're going to do it. They don't give two F's how you feel and whatever. He got his son-in-law father out. His son-in-law, Jared Kushner's daddy, out of jail, and it is what it is. I was not shocked. They said, Mr. Wiley, are you shocked that Trump signed them pardons? No, I'm not shocked at all. Why are you calling me? Give me my stimulus back. Don't call me talking about I'm shocked. I'm not shocked. How you can't be shocked when you know the spirit of Mr. Trump? I've been knowing the man's spirit. I'm not shocked. Mary Trump, which is Trump's niece, she exposed Donald Trump. So why is we shocked of what Trump does? Y'all, is CNN, hold up CNN, the C, the N, the N. Y'all sit there and y'all want to call Trump low down and dirty, but y'all was the one of the media institutions that was going live, making sure y'all give him all this media attention and knowing the other Republican candidates. But now that he's now doing this, now y'all about to have another administration. Now y'all trying to throw Trump under the bus. Y'all helped Trump to gain all this power. Y'all gave Trump all that media attention. So don't now talk about, well, he ain't hitting no none. He low against low. It is what it is. Y'all knew that when y'all was giving him all that media attention. Y'all should have been putting attention on other candidates, but y'all didn't. So I'm not shocked. Now, when Biden get in, will he use his pardon to get black people that have a little weed, just smelling a little dope, wasn't nothing serious, selling all this 30, 40 years, or he gonna be presidential, or I ain't gonna do all that, abuse you can't abuse no pardon. It's a presidential, they have that right to do it. Last time I read the Constitution, he had that right. Okay, this ain't gonna be the first time the president get their homeboys out of prison by a way of a pardon. I'm not shocked at all. Okay, like they were real shocked on the news, and Reverend Al was shocked. I'm like, what are you shocked for? Call him out, like you know the man's spirit. How can you be shocked by a known liar that lied from day one, that showed you who he was? How can you not be? How are you shocked and surprised? Oh my God, Trump is the worst president. No, he ain't. It was presidents that owned slaves. He ain't the worst. It was president way worse than him that was president and owned slaves. That was worse. So don't try to act like Trump is the worst. If you read history, most of the presidents that have served in the White House was worse for black people. And ain't too many presidents. I don't know. Maybe you could say Johnson, maybe Johnson, because he signed the Civil Rights Act into law and the Voters' Rights Act. But it ain't too many presidents that was a friend of black people. Okay? That helped black people. Ain't too many on that list. Okay? So I just think that, oh, he the worst. Let's just see how Biden do. Let's see. We shall see. Before you keep saying he the worst, let's see how Biden gonna do. So black people, I'm not shocked. Them white people, they be so shocked. They like, oh my God, he the worst president ever. He did this. He got out all this. Of course he gonna get him out. And them, that's the first batch of people he gonna get. He gonna get out some more people, in my humble opinion. All right, y'all. Let's go. Let's go to the phone lines. Okay. I had to drop into politics. Y'all like how I did that? Y'all like how I did? I dropped it in there and everything like that. Please do not cuss people, okay? All right. Do not cuss on this live. All right. Do not cuss. We're going New Year, no profanity free zone. Okay. All right. So let's go to the first caller. Turn me down in the back. If you're listening to me on your mobile device, on your television, and you're calling in, mute your television so you can so we won't hear me in the background. Let's go to the phone lines. 9867, caller, you on air?
Yes, hello. Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
I tried to call you yesterday, but you say you're going to have a live at 9:30. I got up all early and nothing until the afternoon.
Okay,
but,
I'm sorry about that. I tried to get up, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so a couple of things. That case with Dr. Susan Moore is very disheartening. And I'm glad she was able to record her experience because that's currently going on at a more higher rate for a lot of Black patients. This has always been going on in our medical field, right? Like Black patients clearly are not being treated properly. There's many studies that show that Black babies tend to die at a higher rate when it comes to having a white doctor. And we can even talk about Serena Williams, and she almost died through pregnancy when she was giving birth, and she had to advocate for herself. So for this to happen, of course it's going to happen, especially during COVID. There's a lot of doctors who don't care about Black bodies, or they feel as if your pain is invalid. And it's a more bigger issue in those individuals who have sickle cell disease. And papers have shown the bias. Now, if she was white, it'll be all right. And that's why we need to encourage the youth to get more into medicine and healthcare, because this is disgusting. To see her pass away on live and knowing that she's going through this. Mind you, she has the intellectual acumen. Okay, so she's not a regular Joe. And in medicine, they treat you differently based on your insurance, right? Compared to Medicaid and private insurance, based on your intellect, right? If you're someone who's a physician or not, you get treated differently. And I experienced that a lot. Like when I go into the hospital and I explain my thing or I advocate for my loved ones, they know, oh, okay, she has some type of background. Completely different. Because I will report you to the hospital. I'm one of those patients. And I had to do that for my parent, and I had to get my senator involved. And the senator of where I live had to call the hospital to make sure things get done. Like, I don't play that. So I think a lot of patients need to, one, if you feel uncomfortable with your doctor, change your doctor. Okay, if the doctor's not listening to you or your nurse not listening to you, try to change them. Yes, talk to patient advocate. Don't be scared to report. Right, it's your experience. So that's one thing I want to highlight. And I know you mentioned yes a couple of lives ago that you have the Affordable Care Act and with insurance. That was a hot mess too, and I used to educate people on those things, and it could be very confusing. So we don't know what that's going to be for next year when it comes to deductible and premiums. So I get your complaint, Wiley, when it was 2 days ago when we talked about not having the care that you need due to the Affordable Care Act.
Absolutely, yeah. The Affordable Care is not that Affordable Care because it's not.
It's not that affordable.
No.
I had to explain it to some patients before I entered professional school, and I was like, this is a lot to explain to someone who don't know about insurance, right? Because if you don't have any premium, your deductible is going to be high, and you don't really get anything paid for unless your deductible is made. It's a lot of quirks that a lot of people don't understand. So,
and
you know,
a lot
it's
of
like,
states
and then
did
you got
not
to
cooperate with the law in the first place. So they was making it not that accessible in their state or in them, because it works well when it's a lot of competition in the marketplace. But some states was making it harder for other insurance company to be in the marketplace. So it's a good start. They just need to build on it and make it more clear and more strict to bring more competition to lower the cost of health insurance, in my humble opinion. Or damn, federal, make it health Medicare for all, or give people what Congress got. Give them, because they got some good insurance. Congress.
So if you're going to do Medicare for all, you have to make sure that medical students have no tuition. That you can't, because the average debt for a medical student, it's like $250,000 a year. $300,000 a year in debt.
I think like that should be free though. Like when you go to medical school, nursing, I've literally, and maybe I need to write this down and send it to some people. I'm like, why y'all don't have nursing school for free? Because it's already a shortage. Why don't the government, pay for people to go to nursing school? That will help the healthcare industry right there. And that will increase more Black nurses. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree. But medicine is a business.
Absolutely.
We're in a field where it's a business, right?
You're right.
Medicine is a business, and medicine is all about politics, right? If you do that, the insurance companies won't make money.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's a lot of things that, so it's like we want to have that, but they can't do Medicare for all unless you can't have Medicare for all, because if you do, there's a lot of doctors who's not going to take Medicaid. That's what's going to happen, which is going to leave a lot of African American and Hispanic people in disadvantaged communities, and even white people in disadvantaged communities at loss of not having a doctor. Because if you need to see a dermatologist or Medicaid, the wait is longer, right? And a lot of them don't take Medicaid if you need to see certain specialties or specialists. Right. So that's another thing we're going to do.
All right. I hear you. Thank you, caller. All right.
No worries.
Thank you. All right. Wow. That was great. I love that caller. She always speaks on the subject, and she did not use not one profanity, no curse words. All right. 9363, caller, you on air.
Hi, Wiley. This is Opinionated. How you doing?
How you doing, Opinionated?
Okay, I'm calling in. I'm doing better today, but I'm calling in to set the record straight right quick. So can you give me a few moments?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, for one, I'm going to start off with Millie. Yesterday, I tried to speak to Millie. Millie, like I told Millie, she told me I never reached out to her. But I sent screenshots to several people, to include Ashbash, who is on the line with me. And that same morning, all that happened, I sent her an apology and everything. For two, I don't talk to Millie and Tasha K like that. I don't have access to these people like that. I mod for them. I don't get paid for modding. It's something that I do because I enjoy it. Plus, I'm a content creator. And I put in the work in order to grow my own channel, for one, and for two, just putting in work, to just do it. I like modding. That's just something that I do. And I don't feel it's a conflict of interest because I don't get involved in their business. I don't feel nobody should not be on any platform where you can network without maximizing on that network. And that's business 101. Secondly, I was always working part-time. I just changed my part-time hours to make sure I was there to cover down on the time that Millie goes live. She goes live at 9 in the morning. I was working from 9 to like 1:30, but I changed it from like 12 to like 6 now. So, but I do work for the federal government. I'm very well taken care of. I graduated from Villanova University. I own property. I can sit at home, and me and my husband really could sit at home and we don't have to work. I choose to work because I deal with my PTSD as well as a couple of other mental health issues. And with a mental health person, and you know that, they always tell you to always, idle mind isn't good for us. So it's always good to always do something. I don't have children, so I do have time to do a lot of things that most people who have full slate don't get to do. Okay, so I do like to mind. I don't feel it's ever a conflict of interest. Just like you said up here and you said, Wiley, oh, you can't tell me who to support. Well, why should I sit there and be a messy mod and be like, oh, well, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. I don't even comment. I post their information. If I can't say nothing nice and beautiful and considerate to you, I'm not going to say nothing negative to tear you down. So when I do post as a mod, I'm posting their business advertisements. That's it. And I'll tell Millie, I'm out. I'm going to work. It's 12 o'clock. I'm going to work. And I'll go to work, get off from work, and start a new day. That's all that I do. I've never, Tasha K, Storm Monroe, Lovely Peace, they never asked me anything, and I've never really had access to them like that either. But they never told me to choose a side. And that's the thing, I've been modding for Tasha and Millie for a long time. I've been modding for these people for a long time. Why all of a sudden now would I take and blur the line? That don't even make sense. But it was a fan who did that. You have to be honest, Wiley. When you was in that room,
I was in the room
networking.
Right, and it was a fan that asked Tasha K a question about her. Why are you against Millie or some of those lines? And you was not on the call. You left and you had to get your medicine or something because you exit, right? Yeah. And you wasn't on there during that time. So
I do have COVID. And with COVID, let me tell y'all something. It's a battle. I felt, after I started screaming, I'm kind of happy about the screaming yesterday because it made me feel better. Because before, I could hardly breathe. Every day you wake up and this shit starts over again. Everybody's saying, oh, get some rest. Well, they'll tell you. And I'm realizing with COVID, you don't want to rest. You want to fight. And when I say you got to fight, you got to fight. So, yes, right now we're in isolation. So all I do have is my TV and social media. So, yes, I was on social media. No, I don't talk to these people like that. Tasha will come up and tell you that. Storm will come up and tell you that. Lovely T will tell you that. As a mod, we don't get paid for this. So I don't blur the lines with these people, and I don't participate in their dramas. Their dramas is their dramas. I am there to do a service for them. That's it. I talked to Millie one time, that's on Clubhouse. I talked to Tasha K one time, that was on Clubhouse. Other than that, I've never talked to this. I still haven't. I've talked to him when he did his birthday party. Lovely P, I still never ever had a conversation with her. They will DM me. They will tell me what they need. And I'll be like, I'll tell them if I could do it or if I can't. Other than that, that's it. I don't know why all this is such a big situation like this. But let's be clear, Millie, I did reach out to you. I reached out to you on Twitter. I reached out to you on your Instagram. My friend Ashbash even reached out to you. I even sent these same things to people that you associate with. You wouldn't let me come back yesterday and answer anything. Instead, you called me a bitch. Let me block this. How can I block this bitch? I won't ever call a woman a bitch. Now, I will curse, but I won't call a woman a bitch because I don't know her like that. And to me, a bitch is just not good words to call people that you really don't know like that. I don't know them like that. So a mod stick is a mod stick. It's not hurting me. It won't do anything for me. I did that as a courtesy when I changed my work hours, because her other mods, besides one who asked me to send her all the information, nobody else is posting her advertisers. So that's why I was like, well, I'm going to post it. She made a commitment to those people. So I'm going to make sure I post her advertisements at least before I go to work. And that's all it was.
When I was talking with Millie about the situation, many people from her side feel that you set it up by having mod members in there with Tasha K. My question would be, did you set up that clubhouse meeting to pretty much to embarrass Millie?
No, never. In fact, when I set up Clubhouse is a beautiful app for networking, and I keyed you into it too, Wiley. Before I explain that, I want to bring this one thing up, Wiley. With Clubhouse, Millie doesn't follow me. You have to, in order for you to ping a person in a room, you have to follow. That person has to follow you. If that person don't follow you, you can't ping them into the room. So Millie said I was trying to get her into the room. She don't follow me. She followed only one person at that time, and that was Nora King. I don't know who she follows now, but that's why I couldn't ping her into the room. But when I set that room up, I had just gotten 3 invites. I belong to like 7 different clubs, I think, on there. And I've been maximizing my networking on there because I am a business major, right? And so that's what I used it for. I loved it.
Right, because
I don't care about
when that piece,
stuff.
I think
but
where when you mod for Tasha,
I was setting,
do you feel
I was
like
setting Ash Bash up on Clubhouse.
Okay.
Ash Bash is my friend. I was setting her up. So that's when you came into the room, and that's when some up.
Okay.
I was teaching everybody how to maximize their efforts on Clubhouse.
Oh, Clubhouse, right. And the lady came in. Do you feel like working with Tasha K, or because I'm not shocked that this is going on because Tasha K and Millie do not get along. So my question would be, how can you
But nobody owns mods either. Do you own your mods, Wally?
No, I don't own any.
You want your mods to maximize their efforts on YouTube?
Me, I feel that way. Yes, I feel that way. I don't own a mod. You can go where you feel freely to go, right? But do you feel like Millie do not feel that way? Because in my how I get from the situation, Millie do not feel like you should be with the mob, but yet you're close with Tasha because of all the stuff that Tasha K was saying. So that was pretty much what Millie is saying.
How am I close with Tasha though, Wiley? Answer the question, Wiley, please. How am I close with Tasha? Because I mod for her?
I think that's what people will receive.
I don't even talk to Millie. I don't even have conversations with Millie. I mod for Millie. I don't have conversations with Tasha. I mod for Tasha. I don't have conversations with these people. So please tell me, how am I doing anything? To me, it would be messy if I'm hanging out with these people and I know of these people and I know everything that they've been through, but I don't know them like that. I think they're giving me way too much power. You're giving me way too much credit that I cannot control. I have no control over what they do. I post links in a chat for content creators. That's all a mod does. Some mods talk with some of their people on the phone. Me, I'm not one of those. We don't talk like that. Now, Tasha will DM me, hey, I need you to do such and such and such. Just like she'll DM all the rest of us. You would do that. You would do that especially if that person was promoting your information. But to sit up there and to have one-on-one conversations and we're on the phone and I'm close to them like that. No, we're not. We're not.
So,
and let's be clear, Millie knew I was modding for Tasha K. Tasha K knew I was modding for Millie, and that's the thing. One situation, look how long I've been modding for these people. One night, I just decided to jump the fuck out, but I just decided to jump off the balcony and act a fool. Really? This ain't nothing new. I've been doing this with these people forever. And anybody who know me and anybody who saw me mod, you will know I don't make a comment. I post links.
If Millie was listening now, what do you want to let Millie know? Because I want to be, for people that we have 400 people watching from around the world. But if Millie was listening right now, what do you want to tell Millie?
I think Millie's a beautiful person. I just wish Millie would read between the lines with some things. Some people want things to happen, and some people like keeping drama going. But she know me. I mean, well, she don't know me, but from what she saw in my work, and if she had to go back and look at her videos, she will see that all I've ever did was post links. And she knew that I never blurred the line between her and Tasha. And if she don't want me to mod for her no more, that's fine. I'm still gonna mod for Storm, Lovely T, and Tasha. And these people see that I don't blur the line. I just do what I have to do, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Wow. And I wish her well. Mm-hmm. And I'm still gonna watch her. I mean, this isn't a big deal to me. I don't dwell in drama, so I try to see, like I said, I try to see the positivity in everybody and in every situation. Some people want it to be drama. Me, I don't want it to be none of that, but I will choose my battles wisely. Mm-hmm. I do have very thick skin, and this is one battle I have to choose, and I had to come out here and say it because I'm also a content creator myself, and I don't need to be associated with the mess. I don't even have mess on my channel. I don't do the mess. Mm-hmm. And that's all it is to me.
Well, I hope, like I said, I hope you get well, because I know you are battling COVID, and you're definitely in my prayers as well. Tell us how you're feeling now. Do you feeling better today? Was today a good day?
Well, like I told you, it's every day I wake up the same way. It's hard to breathe. I have a fever, and I get up, and I try to get my husband going. I try to get myself going, my husband going, because he's also battling COVID. He stays in another part of the home. I stay in another part of the home, but we got a 5-bedroom, 4.5 baths. So our house is big enough that we could quarantine way far away from each other. So we're, we just taking care of each other and our dog, our fur babies, and that's it. And I'll get up tomorrow morning, God willing, on this beautiful Christmas, and I'll fight all over again.
All right. Well, we thank you, Opinionated with a Side of Shade, for coming on, for giving your side of the story. And like I said, I hope that everything goes well, and just pray that you get well, number one, because your health is a major concern. Like, I'm praying that you get healthy and get rid of the COVID, as well as your husband, because that's rough. Because when you were telling me about what you were going through, that's really rough. Like, you're going through it, but I'm glad that you're talking and getting on the show, because you need to move around. You have to talk to get it out your system. You know, that kind of help you.
Have to.
You know,
you have to fight through it. You do.
Yeah. Well, we thank you, Opinionated, for coming on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing your future on YouTube.
Thank you. And I just want to say one more thing. Wiley, you're so beautiful to me. Yeah. And your spirit is so beautiful. I hate when I hear people come at you for no reason. We all know you're Wiley. Content is what you do. It's content. I don't like the way people hold that against you, because that's your job. But you are and I've spoken with you, and just to be able to speak to you, I love laughing and talking with you, and I thank you for everything. I'm
glad that I was able to be of service, because I was telling Millie, like, listen, Opinionated didn't do anything wrong. She didn't set this up. The lady just came on the live and was being aggressive with Tasha, and whatever Tasha and that lady said, that was between them. But other people, it leaked out on Stationhead, it went out, and then everybody was talking about the situation, but they weren't even in the room, because it was only a handful full of us, under 10 people in that room, because it wasn't. I don't even think it was 10 of us in the room.
It wasn't.
It was a small amount of us
Yeah.
in that room, and Tasha K came later in, and then this lady just randomly came to the room and said, "What's your problem with Millie?" And I, and all of that. And so it's safe that you had to go through that.
But you was up in there. We was clouding up in there, right?
Yeah, I was, because it's a lot of stuff in those rooms. Right. It's a lot of stuff in the room. And we weren't talking about YouTubers, and Tasha K came on.
No, we wasn't talking about nothing with YouTube.
Right. And she was just talking about the app and as well and different things of that nature. And then a lady came on and
really, because wasn't Tasha talking with this lady about a finance, about trying to get an interview with her, a TC Atkinson or something like that? So, yeah.
Well, we thank you, opinionated. Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
I appreciate it.
All right, now, bye-bye. All right, so the number is 646-716-8447. We have let me see how the cube is looking. Okay, it's looking really good. Not too many people in here. But if you want to call in. We will get to every caller. Please, no profanity. Turn me down the background so we can hear you. Let's go to the next caller. 7640, calling on air.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey. Is this Wiley?
It is Wiley, yes, sir.
Yes, Wiley. Keep Millie name out your fucking mouth, cross-eyed bitch.
Okay. Well, we thank you so much for calling in. Okay. You see that? With the attitude people have? 4713, calling on air.
Hey, Wiley. So
Hey.
Let me say this. So I wasn't a part of the whole opinionated thing. I don't really know the backstory as much as what you only told us from the couple lives that you did. However, I was on the chat room on Clubhouse with you, Millie, and members of the mob. And I think all Millie was trying to convey to you was she doesn't like the fact that, okay, she don't care that you cool with her and you're cool with Tasha. She just doesn't like the fact that she feel like, okay, that's just like me. If I have two mutual friends that don't get along, when one get around me, I don't want to hear them talk crap about the other in the same way. I don't want to be involved. So all she was pretty much saying is she doesn't like how, you know what I mean? Whenever you and Tasha get on there, and when Tasha starts talking about her, even if it wasn't you that brought it up, if somebody brings up Millie to Tasha or something on your platform, she don't like the fact that you don't dead it right there. That's all I think she was trying to get you to understand. So that's why she said at the end, when she was just like, well, you pick the side, stay over there, because in her eyes, she felt like, okay, I've been explaining this to you numerous of times, and it's, you know what I mean? It's not going through. So I think that's all that was. Also, with the thing where you said one of her mob members threatened to come to Houston and beat you up. When we left that, like, I saw you leave the chat room that we were in early because you were asking to be in a private room that we went on after you left out. So once you left out and that clubhouse closed or whatever, I was waiting for Millie to add me into the private one. So in the midst of me waiting for her, I clicked on the one with you, Tasha K was on there. And my thing is, you have an issue with somebody saying they'll come to Texas to beat you up, but Tasha K said the same thing about Millie last night. And you didn't have no issue with that. You laughed at it. Well, so I'm not trying to call you a bluff or anything, but again,
I didn't see the problem with the person said it. I just repeated on the show because I took it as comedy, because if you put hands on anybody, you're going to jail, period. And hope that
but you didn't mention that Tasha said
I don't have to be Tasha K. Let me tell y'all this. That's the job of her husband. I cannot control what Tasha K say out of her mouth. She have a husband, and as a man, that is the job of her husband to speak and do that, not the job of Brother Wiley. Because last time I checked, that ain't my wife.
And I understand that, and I'm not. And this is the thing, Wiley. I don't want you to take. Look, I don't want you to take offense saying that I'm trying to tell you how to run your life. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying at the end of the day, that's why people feel like that. Like I said, if I have two mutual friends, or if I get along with two people, I'm not going to provide a platform to let one come in there and talk about the other, because then that makes me think, okay, well, damn, if he was comfortable enough with having a conversation about me to him, like, Imagine when I'm not around. So that's all they were trying to get you to say. And like I said, at the end of the day, I watch both of y'all. I learned of you from Millie. You know what I mean? But I do think sometimes you do straddle the fence. You do. And I think that's gonna get you in trouble. And all Millie was saying to you last night was she don't want to be a part of that. That's why she says she feel like you pick your side, so stay your ass over there. And that's pretty much what it was.
Again, I think people got it twisted on this YouTube app. People is different characters on this app. And when you're growing, this is why I don't have a problem with Megan doing what she had to do to get to the top. You have to do what you have to do to get to the top, period. Or your butt gonna be at the bottom. It is people that have picked sides in every situation. Everybody can say, well, you picking sides with this. That just is what it is on this app, because I didn't lose an ounce of sleep because we having a conversation on YouTube. It is my job to entertain people, period. We're not at each other's home eating breakfast, we're just entertaining people on YouTube.
And I understand that, but at the same time, you cannot get mad at her for not wanting to deal with you.
I'm not mad
I wouldn't want to deal with somebody like that either.
I'm not mad at her at all. But
you are mad because last night in the chat, you were begging. You were pretty much begging her to not be mad at you.
I am a commentator. I talk. I'm very listen.
And you got ran out the chat room.
No, I didn't get ran out of the chat room. I was Millie to not be mad at you.
Call it what it is.
It is what it is. But I'm not mad because how can I be mad at people I never met before? That to me is foolish. I'm not mad. What I'm mad.
So why were you?
If I were to be mad, it would be, hey, I want a different shirt from Fashion Nova. But mad at people that you never met, to me, that's foolish because I never met these people. We just talk on a free app and get a good old laugh.
You might want to say that you might want to say that you ain't mad, but you were definitely kept trying to explain yourself to make sure.
As long as I'm explaining to the queen, they got the number one show on station here. It's called Good Business Strategy.
If you didn't care, you would have never been trying to.
Nobody is mad at this thing, sir. No, I'm not. I'm not bad. Not at all. No. We just have conversation and everything like that. Okay, not bad. It was fun. It ain't that serious. We have a little kiki conversation. I wasn't mad. All right. Wow. This show is really lit, but we want to thank that brother for calling in. All right, let's go to these last two callers. Anonymous, you live on the air. Hello, Anonymous. Hello. All right, so we're gonna go to the next one. They say, oh, you were begging. Millie is beautiful. 5877, call you on the air. 5877, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Wiley, this is my first time calling. I don't call into Millie's show. I don't call into anybody's show, but I love me some Millie. And I'm not calling you to down you or to put you down or anything like that, Wiley. But what I want to say to you is this. When you guys said, I don't even know the whole scenario of what happened. Yesterday, I heard a little bit on what happened and you calling in trying to explain yourself. Once you got on your live, you have been trying to explain yourself. Explain away. What it is I've been watching your show for a while and I'm subscribed to your show. But what it is, what you do is, Wiley, you messy. You're really, really messy. And what you do is you choose a side. You want to choose everybody's side. Whatever side you can hop on is the side you're going to hop into. And it's not right.
You watch you watch multiple people on YouTube.
And I understand the way Millie rolls because I come from where she come from the streets that she come from. Even though I'm from California, I come from the streets that where she came from. And it's a code that we live by.
Well, I come from the streets
and
too.
You chose a side. You did choose a side.
The side I chose is peace. I chose the Lord's side.
But you didn't choose peace.
I did choose peace.
You didn't because you're still being messy. I heard you on this live before I walked out the house to go to the store to cook my Christmas dinner. I heard you say you was talking about Megan and Tory Lanez. And I heard you talking about Megan and Tory Lanez. And I was like, well, goddamn, just a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, you sighed too much. trying to mess with too many people.
Listen, man, I'm a commentator. It's no different than any of these commentators. They do what they do, and I do what I do.
You've been saying over and over again, me and Millie should do, a podcast. We should go on station heads together and yada yada yada. And it's only when it's convenient for you. I'm just saying, Wiley, I like you. You're a cool brother. I like you. You are funny, but you're not a comedy. You're not comedy. You don't do stand-up comedy.
I will do
so that you need to fall back on that.
I'm gonna do it. If Kevin Hart can get up there, Brother Wiley get up there. You can come, ma'am. When I have my show, I'm gonna send you 2 free tickets. Okay, you in a relationship? Are you single?
No, I'm in a relationship.
Okay, I'm gonna bring one for you and your boyfriend or your husband, and you can come to my comedy show. Whatever.
Okay, what it is now, Wiley, right now, what it is now is getting real messy. It's getting real messy. What y'all calling through YouTube streets? I'm from the street. And you guys call it these YouTube streets. It's getting too messy amongst you guys, amongst each other, because one minute you saying, oh, that's a sister, that's a black sister, that's a so-and-so, and the next minute you tearing them down.
No.
You got to choose a side and stay
Listen, last time I checked, I chose the lower side, period.
Well, I get that. And see, that's the side I choose. So when I listen to you guys, I don't take this shit in. I don't take it with me anywhere. I listen to it, but when I listened to you today, I said, you messy as hell. You're messy.
Do you, ma'am? Can I ask you a question, sister? Can I ask you this, sister? Do you watch what show do you watch? Wendy Williams? Do you watch The View? Do you watch The Talk?
I watch all of them,
and they're all messy. It's no different. It is no different than what I do, ma'am. Ma'am, it's no different, ma'am. And they're actually more messier than Wiley. But you watch them.
I don't watch them.
You don't watch them at all?
I said I don't watch them.
Oh, so you don't watch nobody but YouTube. Okay. All right.
I don't like them.
Oh,
so I don't. Once this pandemic started, everybody started turning to YouTube. Everybody started watching this commentary. And you don't want to be put out there. All I'm saying is, my brother, I'm just saying one thing. You don't want to be set up and put yourself out there to take the fall and be the one that's on the out when it's all said and done, because you didn't, because everybody that come on, you got something to say about everybody, or you're not choosing a side, period. You done had Miller on your show so many times, just like you've had Tasha K on there. I can see if you can separate the two, but you're not. You like the drama that goes on between the two, and that's what you're not saying. You like that drama.
I didn't create the drama. I can like it, but I didn't create it.
You don't create it, but you love it. And again, it's not right.
I didn't.
Because on one
hand, it's entertainment. Ma'am. It's entertainment.
I don't want to.
Ma'am, it's entertainment. In my humble opinion, I didn't create the drama, and I hope those 2 women can come together, sit at a table, and be at peace. In my humble opinion, I think so.
Well, you know damn well that ain't gonna happen now.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
You can't cause them to sit at no table and be peaceful with each other right now. Okay. Especially when another woman coming at another woman's family and coming at her head. You can't expect that, and you can't bring that together. So you might as well just leave it alone and go on with your commentary.
All right.
Well, this is bringing you views. It's bringing you attention to your show, because all it's about is clicks and views.
All right.
That's all this shit is about.
Well, we thank you, sister.
And if they're bringing clicks and views to your show, that's all you're looking for. Well, then say that.
Well, that's every content creator job, is to get clicks and views that are on this app.
Okay, you keep saying that this is every content creator job, to get clicks and views, every content creator to build off of their content, to be comedy, to all that. But then on the backside, you're saying, we don't want to do this. We don't want you ladies to do this. We want you to sit down and be peaceful and be calm. No, you want to mediate the bullshit.
I want to, mediate it and stuff like that.
And
but
you think that everybody else wants to see it. And I don't choose to see it.
Okay. Well, we thank you,
And
sister.
I'm just looking out for you, just telling you.
Well,
Just stop doing
but
that.
you know
Don't
what?
be
I'm
part of
glad
it
that
no more.
you
Leave it alone.
that you called
Drop
in.
it after today. Drop it.
I definitely
thank
will
you for
be
accepting
dropping
my
it in
call.
and stuff like that. But we thank you, sister, for calling in. God bless you, sister. We love her. Thank you for calling into the Wiley Show. 3071 calling you on the air.
Hi, Wiley. I bet these people who are calling you trying to go off, I bet when they hang up, they just say to themselves or their little one friend, I went off on him. I went off on Wiley. I told him this. I just think it's so childish, and to say I come from the street, this, and that. I come from the street and my mind has evolved. I don't tell somebody, hey, stop doing this. Stop talking to that person. I want you to do this, and that. I don't tell people how to do their job, and I don't tell people who not to like. I stay neutral, or I cut that person off who's telling me what I should be doing. You guys should be telling y'all kids what to do, or y'all man that's not taking care of y'all or pleasing y'all what to do. It's all entertainment, and I really don't understand. You don't go to these people's jobs telling them what to do. I can tell these people who are calling, who just have so much passion about everything that's going on. I can tell what kind of jobs they work. Their mind just has not evolved. And I want to tell you, Wiley, you do you. You want to go in the chat room, you want to laugh? Laugh. How dare somebody tell you, Wiley, you shouldn't laugh? You're not telling them what to do. So I really don't understand. So you just do you. If you like Millie, then like her. If you like Tasha, then like her. There's obviously something about both of them that you do like. And that goes for other people, because I'll listen to Millie sometimes and then I'll listen to Tasha, because what they have with amongst each other, that's their problem. It's not mine. And it's not mine to solve. And it's not mine to tell other people how to live their life around it. Listen to it and move on. If you don't like it, then keep scrolling. There's a lot of stuff that Tasha talks about that I don't agree with, but I keep going because I know she has fans that actually want to hear it. And if I don't want to hear it, I keep going, and then I'll look at what I want to. It just goes both ways. Nobody is here to just really please you. I just want people to understand that Wiley, you just need to do you. And I just hope that those people feel good who have called and cussed you out, because there's other people they probably should call and cuss out, but they're not answering because they really don't mean anything to them. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so very much. And Merry Christmas, sister. That was powerful. That woman. The number is 646-716-8447. 5722. Calling you on the air.
Hey, Wiley, it's being true love. I had to call in. I still got your gift. I ain't even going to talk about it because everybody going to say I'm lying. But after listening today, this is all I want to say. Okay? You listening, Wiley?
I'm listening.
Okay. So listen, in the universe, okay? In the universe, there only exists two roots or core emotions, Wiley. And that's love and fear. And maybe you are coming from a place of fear. I don't know, but it's up to you to decide. And the reason why that's so important that it's up to you to decide is because what it boils down to is who's supporting you. So whoever's supporting you, those who mind what you're doing, don't matter at all. And those who matter don't ever mind if you error or if you fall short or if you look like you ain't coming from a place of love, because those people who really support and love you gonna know that ultimately you analyzing the situation. Maybe you in the midst of analyzing it, or maybe you ain't analyzed it yet, but they're gonna have trust in you that they're supporting a person and being of love, so they don't mind if they feel like you didn't say the right thing. When I'm listening to you, you say some shit I don't like, I'll be like, that's motherfucker, and that's about it. But I still support you. I don't have no hate for you because I'm not coming to you from a place of fear. I'm coming from a place of love only. In life, you choose love. And as long as you never know you coming from a place of love, that's it. When you say shit I don't agree with, I just simply disagree, and that's it. Because those who mind, Wiley, don't matter.
That's it.
All these people who want you to subscribe to what they talking about. Oh, you did this and that. They don't matter. Because when you grown, that's the special thing about being grown. When you grown, when you grown, you
that. And we thank you for that. I can't wait to get my gift. You got it in the trunk of your car?
Wiley, don't help me. I'm telling you, it's coming. But people who love you ain't gonna mind. Be you.
Yes.
You don't have to explain.
Yes. Yeah, be
That's
me.
the magic of being grown. Once you get grown, you don't have to explain to nobody. Because the people who gonna support you, they gonna know where you coming from. And if they feel like you ain't there yet, they know you working on it. You know, it's so true. While I'm telling you, just keep that with you always. Those who mind don't matter, baby.
Right.
And those who matter don't mind. I love you. I promise it's coming. I want mama that.
All right. I can't wait for that gift. Love you. I can't wait to get your gift.
All right.
All right now. Wow, that was lovely. Wow, the producers are really calling in. Thank you all to every producer that's calling in. 8137 calling you on the air.
Hi, Wally.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just want to say that you seem like a very humble person. And the thing about people always like, and then you explain yourself, even though I don't know what's really going on with Tasha K and Molly. I like Molly, to be honest, because Molly is so real. And you can feel Tasha K's spirit through the TV. She is not real, and she's Tasha. It is what it is. But for the people who's calling in and telling you to pick a side, why would I pick a side? Who are you to decipher my mind? Why would I pick a side? Always stay neutral and stay real. Because at the end of the day, like people, if heart always consume real shit. Sorry for swearing, but our heart always consume that. I saw your video, and the second video I was like, oh, I have to subscribe. This guy you're genuine. I like you through TV, and I don't even know you from nowhere, right? So when people tell you, oh, you pick a side, why would you pick a side? Pick the truth always. The truth, people might not like the truth. It is what it is. We live in a society where people praise the lies and scare, like they run away from the truth. So always stay neutral and be you, be yourself. Don't let other people to tell you what to do. I mean, hi, you have a good personality, and you explain yourself. You didn't even have to. And people get caught up. People make mistakes. You apologize. That's all that matters. Why are they forcing you to pick a side? You're not a kid. Why would you pick a side? And if you like them both, it's cool. It's okay. But Tasha K, from my experience, she's a witch. And the other girl, Molly, is real. She's for Black people, and I like that. She's for Black people, and she always speaks her mind. She always speaks the truth. And maybe people are like coming at you when it comes to Tasha K because they don't feel her spirit like that. Like, she's good at what she does, but as a person, she is not a good person whatsoever. From me consuming her. You know what I mean?
Right, I see. She's meant to say Millie is what she's saying. Millie is the name.
Millie, yeah. There
Millie,
you go,
yeah.
Millie.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
No. Thank you for calling in, sister. Merry Christmas.
You too. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right. Yeah. So the callers are calling, and I'm hearing callers I've never heard before. So if this is your first time watching the Wiley Show, please hit that subscribe button. It's free, and click that like button. Thank you for the comments. We got 3 callers left, and we will get to everybody. 5840, calling on air.
Hey, you guys got me up the casino. I had to run out because they was playing music. To the lady that owed you the gift, that promised you the gift, however, I would personally fly from New York to meet you so I could personally deliver that gift. Because you said you was going to the post office the last time you called in. That was a while ago. so now are you going to send 3 gifts? No, I'm just messy. I love to call in and be messy. But the opinionated and shade, I'm not trying to throw shade because you like me. This is the icon from New York. But yeah, you moderate for a lot of popular YouTubers. And for Millie, I didn't know Millie called you a bitch, but I don't think you should get offended because that's how Millie talks. Millie cursed out anybody and get off my line, and she probably didn't mean it, but that's just Millie from what I see, But I mean, yeah, you are a moderator, so I don't think she should have called you that, but that's her vocabulary. I mean, you know, she cursed anybody out. But and sent her $20. But yeah, I didn't know she blocked you.
Yeah, but to me, you know, you can't block somebody. If you block me on, I can still watch your YouTube, right? And that's what I'm fans of.
Yeah.
You know, I'm okay. I don't take
The
it.
producers are still going to watch because I'm a producer. Hard.
Right.
Like,
you know, people
I'm
are still going to watch. We're still going to
Millie,
watch the
but-
content and have fun, and support people. You know, but I do agree with you on that. Is when she mobs everybody. Now she may not feel the way, but it's just other forces is going to make you pick a side when you modding for everybody. Unfortunately, you will get in beefs, and you ain't got nothing to do with it. But it's just you modding for the other people. People is going to like throw shade at it, right? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. But another thing, I just want to say we all need to get along, but we all need entertainment. This is all entertainment for us. Like, as soon as you put that title up, I'm here for it. I'm ready. I want to know what happened. I'm engaged. You guys need to come out with a damn show, reality show. Like, it's just amazing. Like, and everyone, you have the producers, Tasha have the winos, Millie have the mob. Y'all all have y'all set.
Yes.
But you shouldn't have to pick a side. You need to pick your producers. We're here for the men. We love your commentary. We love Wiley sit-down comedian. You're a sit-down comedian. You're not on the stage as of yet. Tory is here. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
Wiley, you are loved.
I know
you
it,
are
and we love them. Even when people cussing me out, I still love you because we thank you to those viewers that's calling in.
It's a key.
Yes.
and for the last person that someone that called in and said every content creator is here for a click and a view, especially if they're monetized, because they all get paid on the 21st of every month. Okay? The more clicks, the more views, the more you eat. Okay?
That's it.
So cut it out. Everyone is here for a click and a view.
All right.
And I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
Now I'm going back to the roulette table. And I'm still listening.
Okay, thank
Give
you.
me a number, Wiley. Give me a number from 00 to 36. Give me one number.
18.
18. I'm gonna play 18. All right.
All right. Another icon for you. Thank you, brother. All right. 5245. You live on the air. 5245. You live on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, okay, my thing is the issue that I have with Millie. I can say I'm an avid supporter of Millie. You know what I'm saying? I was before she blocked me. I used to support her show, watching it every day. You know, I used to go on Station Head and all her platforms and send her little funds on Cash App, and she blocked me. One day I was in the chat and I asked a simple question and she blocked me. So my issue is that how are you blocking your supporters, like real life supporters, just for asking questions? That's not any type of way to run a platform. What
was the question you asked to get blocked? What was the question?
It was more of a statement.
Okay.
She was talking about Real Housewives of the Potomac or something, and I had made a comment like, "Well, you just was, defending Monique the other day or something like that," and she was like, "Well, you about to irritate me," and I just feel it in my soul. You gonna irritate me and block me? Like, it was just something so petty. And for somebody, who was a real supporter, who watched this girl's show every day, I work from home, so I watch her show all the time, or listen to the show all the time. That really, it made me look at her in a different way. Like, it really did. And then, just it's like she always involved in mess. She be starting drama and arguing with herself, seems like it most of the time. And it really... It shows the different side of
to me,
basically.
With Millie, it's entertainment, sister. Like, it's just what it
is. It is entertainment. I feel you on that because I watch Tasha K too. I watch all y'all.
Right,
like, okay. I don't have an issue with these folks. I don't take it personal at all. But just that really made me look at her different. like on some
Did
real
you try
shit.
to send
How
her
many
a
of her
message?
supporters have
And
you blocked?
okay,
You
but
know?
did you send her? Did you try to reach out to Millie and say, "Hey, I didn't mean to ask you that"?
No.
You didn't reach out to her
Hell
and try.
nah, because it was.
Okay.
I'm not about to reach out and kiss no. Excuse me,
Okay.
but I'm not reaching out to kiss nobody's butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But it just made me think. Like, listening to her, she blocked a lot of people all the time. How many of your true supporters have you blocked? Like, it's just. It made me not want to listen to her at all. Like I said, I've sent her cash apps, all kinds of shit. But
well, my
these people in the
suggestion
chat
is
talking about you
maybe I know it's
irritated
not
her.
about sometimes
childish.
a subject because when you're doing a live show, she's on multiple platforms, right? And sometimes you in the moment. So that's what I was saying, to play devil's advocate, if you could send her a message and say, hey, this is this. It's not about kissing, but just to get an understanding.
I've heard her do that too. Like, I'm about to unblock you. People will reach out to her on a different platform. I've heard her do that too. But just me being the person that I am, I don't want to listen to you no more. And that's just the end of, that's just how I feel. But it made me look at her in a different way. Like I said, it seems like she's always in drama, always doing the most, and people blindly defend her like they really are the mob. Like I'm not a mob member. I listen to the chick, but I'm not blindly following anybody. So
I haven't heard you call into the show before, but thank you for calling in. I hope you subscribed over here. Thank you for your support that you have given us. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right now. All right. We're gonna go to the next one. 5862. Call you on air. All right.
Hello?
Hey, you're live on air.
Hey, hi Wiley.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
I just wanted to say, the way you be talking about Roland Ray, you was funny, dog. And with this whole pasta cake thing, I feel like everybody benefit off of everybody. Right. You messy, but you a good messy. Like, we need you. We need you to be a little messy every now and then. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
All right.
Well, all righty. You have a nice
all
night.
Right. No, thank you. Okay. Wow.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas to you too.
Exclusive. That's right. Bringing you the best in politics and celebrity gossip. This is the Wiley Show.
Y'all need to listen to that, okay?
Don't stop. Keep it going.
Well, this show have been lit. I want to personally thank all the mods: Tory Mom, J Real, Nurse Nicole, Blue Skies, Puppy Love, B Scales, Mouth Open, Shantae, Day, D1, TLC 3, Bright Star, Armin Brown 09. Thank you all for coming here. We wish you all a Merry Christmas. Each of the producers. Thank you to the new producers. This was a lit show, but I want to close up with this. I am not perfect, but I thank you for coming over here at the Wiley Show. We welcome each and every one of you. I'm looking forward to 2021. Looking forward to see what we're going to be doing next year. We're going to be giving you all more good content. The quality will change. Will get better. We will continue to give great commentary on the show. I received hundreds of messages trying to get on Clubhouse. Like I said, I'm going to host my welcome party on Clubhouse tonight. So the mods that's already over there with me, the moderators over there with me, we're going to set up the welcome party for me. So I'm going to host some groups so I can get some more invites, so I can invite as many people that support us. So people are emailing me. I've gotten, like I said, hundreds of messages of invitations. I check my email, my inbox is full, and I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody want to get on Clubhouse. So I don't have any more invites. Only had one, and I already gave that one out. But once I host more groups, I would definitely invite you on, because I like the app. The app is very addicting, and it's a lot that goes with it. So y'all have a Merry Christmas, and continue to send me topics to talk about, and we will see you all in the next video. Okay, this have been lit. It's been a lit show that each and every one of you all have been on this show, and having a great time. Even the ones that were angry at me, thank you for coming on and spending time of the show with us. Thank you. Now, we will be probably back again to give y'all some more content. All right. Peace.